everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about 10 first-time driving tips. In this video, I'll be going over 10 tips that you should keep in mind and use if you are driving for the first time. Now, these tips can also apply if you're a beginner driver. So even if you've been driving for a week or a month or even 2 months, you can probably use these tips, but they are specifically extremely, unbelievably useful and critical and crucial for first-time drivers. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Tip number 1. You've got this. I know that driving for the first time can be very scary, but you got to remember, you got this, okay? Keep it in mind. You've got this. You have complete control of that car. You will learn to have complete control of that car. Don't be scared. It's normal to be nervous, but don't be scared. Start small and work your way up. You've got this. Show the world and the roads what you've got, okay? Show them what you're made of. Tip number 2 is start slow and work your way up, which is kind of what I just said in the last one as part of it. But you want to start off with small little baby steps. So start off by driving in an empty parking lot during like completely off hours where no one's going to be coming in or going out of that parking lot. So no one's going in and out of that parking lot. You want to start off at slow speeds as well. Then what you want to do is work your way up. So work your way to like side streets, then main roads, then the highway, and then, you know, longer driving sessions. Start off at 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 2 hours, 5 hours, the whole day, whatever the case is. I don't know. Drive for 20 hours straight. It'll help you, that's for sure. So work your way up. Start slowly and work your way up. The third tip for first-time drivers is bring someone with you if you need to. Now, obviously, if you have a learner's permit, you gotta bring someone with you, okay? I mean, most places, a learner's permit means you gotta drive with someone in the passenger seat. But even if you're driving for the first time and you have your full license, I would still say to bring someone with you. And if you want, bring 2 people with you. I mean, as long as both of them are gonna get along and both are gonna help you, bring 2 great drivers with you, okay? And hopefully they'll help you, calm you down, and give you the constructive criticism. That's the word I'm looking for. The constructive criticism that you actually need. So bring people that are going to help you, not hinder you. Okay, so that was tip number 3. Bring someone with you if you need to. Tip number 4. 2 hands on the wheel as often as possible. The simple fact of the matter is that driving with 2 hands on the wheel is way safer and you have more control over the vehicle than driving with 1 hand on the wheel. So you have more control and it's safer. So keep 2 hands on the wheel as often as you can. Do I mean that you have to have 2 hands on the wheel the entire time you're driving? No. And it's impossible if you're driving manual to do that. So you just want it to be as often as possible. Tip number 5 for first-time driving and first-time drivers is you can always brake in case of an emergency. A lot of people are scared. What do I do in case there's an emergency? Brake. You have a brake pedal. You also have an emergency brake if you ever need to use it and your brakes fail, okay? So you have, and that's a total different thing. So if you want to know what to do if your brakes fail, look that up. I'm sure you'll find a familiar face and voice in the video that you're going to be looking at and the video they're going to be watching and hopefully enjoying. But you always have your brake pedal just in case. So essentially, when you're driving, what you want to do is if you're in an emergency, one of the best things that you can do is brake. Does that mean it's guaranteed to not get you in an accident? No, but it is one of the best things that you can do, okay? Tip number 6, because 5 was you can always brake, just to keep track. Tip number 6, everyone was a beginner at some point. Even the best drivers, even the race car drivers, even the most skilled drivers that you personally know, they were all beginners at some point in time, and they learned. So keep that in mind. You're a beginner now, you will become a skilled and experienced driver that is super comfortable on the road in time with practice. Everyone was a beginner at some point. That was number 6. Number 7 is get a mentor driver. Okay, now this mentor driver will help you in terms of getting your license, but they're also going to help you in terms of after you have your license, continuing on. I mean, once you have your license, it doesn't give you permission to just stop learning and stop practicing. You still got to practice, you still got to learn. So get a mentor driver that will last you not only through your learner's permit, but also into your driving. And you want them to continually teach you. If you have any questions, you can ask them. If you want to learn something new, they can show you. Get someone that is deserving of that title of being your mentor driver. Okay, tip number 8 is don't forget to glance at your mirrors and your gauges. even while you're driving forward. When you're driving forward, looking behind you and getting the information from your gauges is unbelievably important. It's just as important as looking ahead at the road ahead. So you want to glance at your mirrors every so often, and you want to glance at your gauges every so often. Now, how often is completely dependent on your personal preference and what is acceptable where you live, but definitely every so often you want to glance at those things. So, you know, take a look at your left side mirror, then look at the road ahead. Your rear view mirror, look at the road ahead. Your right side mirror, look at the road ahead, then look at your gauges and look at the road ahead. And like some people will do like every 15 seconds, they'll look at something else. Other people will do like every 45 seconds, they look at all of the mirrors and the gauge while they keep their focus on the road. They're glancing at those, right? It depends on your personal preference and what is accepted, but make sure you look at them. That's what the tip is. Make sure you look at them. And that was number 8, okay? Number 9, just to keep us on track, more to keep myself on track, to be honest with you. Number 9 is get comfortable. Now, I don't mean like, woo, relax, you know. No, I'm talking about like literally adjust the things to get yourself comfortable. Adjust your seat. You could probably adjust it in many different ways, okay? Adjust your mirrors, adjust your steering wheel, adjust anything that can be adjusted in the car, adjust your headrest, whatever you can adjust to get yourself comfortable. In some high-end cars, you can even adjust the pedals. Like the pedals literally move. That's another thing you might be able to adjust. Get comfortable before you start driving, because you don't want to be making these adjustments while you're driving. That's for sure. Last but not least is the 10th first-time driving tip, the 10th tip for first-time drivers, and that is get to know the specific car that you're driving. Listen up, every car is different, okay? I'm a pretty experienced driver and I'm a fairly skilled driver, but if you put me in a brand new vehicle right now, I'm not going to know what to do. Not going to know where what all of the buttons do, and the steering is going to be different, the braking is going to be different, the accelerator is going to be different. If it's a manual car, the clutch biting point, clutch control is going to be completely different. You got to get to know that specific car, okay? So literally, like, take some time, get to know everything about that car, and that will definitely help you right now as a first-time driver and as a beginner driver, but definitely throughout your driving career. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.